Hi there Year 2, it's Friday the 15th of May today and we're going to be looking at some mixed word problems. So for these we'll really need to pay close attention to the words in the question and see what clues they can give us. So to start off with, let's play our game. I'm going to draw some mathematical symbols. Can you tell me what they're called? Ready? I'm going to mix it up today. Division, well done. Multiplication, subtraction, addition, and this one here is an equals sign. Good stuff. Okay, so these are our questions today. Before we get started, let's have a look at those 4 steps that we're going to need to do even more carefully today, because we've got a range of different types of word problem. Okay, we're going to need to read the question extra carefully today. Read the question really carefully. There are clues in the question to help you decide which operation to use, which is step 2. So without step 1, you're going to find step 2 very, very tricky, aren't you? So we're not sure it's going to be division today. It's going to be a range of different operations. Then we need to decide which method to use. Sometimes we use a number line. If we're adding or subtracting, we might draw some groups. If we're multiplying or dividing, we might use our fingers to count, mightn't we? And then we're going to check our work. It's really important that we follow these 4 steps. I'll show you the questions again here. Now, just to be sure, I'll give you a hint. We've got 1 addition, 1 subtraction, 1 multiplication and 1 division question. So 1 of each operation. Okay, that will give you a hint. I'm not going to tell you which order, but there's 1 of each. Okay, so as usual, you could pause the video here and come back later when you'd like to check your work, or we can do it as a team, it's not a problem. Okay, I'm going to get started. Question 1. It says, Peggy has a collection of 63 stamps. She uses 12 of them to send letters to her friends. Maybe she's missing them during lockdown, hey? How many stamps does Peggy have left? Peggy has a collection of 63 stamps. That's our total, isn't it? That's what she had at the beginning. 63. Now, she uses 12 of them to send away. So they're gone, aren't they? So which operation are we going to be using if we've sent things away? We're going to take away, aren't we? Because these 12 are gone. So we've got 63 to start with. We've sent away 12 of them. And we want to know how many she's got left. That's another clue, isn't it? We're taking away, we want to know how many she's got left. Okay, so now hopefully you've worked out that it's a takeaway question, a subtraction question. We need to get our thinking caps on and remember how to do that. So we're going to draw a number line. Well done. There's my number line. I'm going to split this number into 10s and 1s. I've got 10 here and 2 here to make 12. What happens next? Yes, my larger number needs to go on the end of my number line, because my numbers will be getting smaller, won't they? You're right. Okay, let's take that 10 away first. I've got 1 lot of 10. Nice big jump back. Now, can you remember that pattern? The 10s number gets smaller. We had 6 10s, now we're going to have 5 10s. What happens to the 1s number? Stays the same, doesn't it? So we had 63. We took away 10 and we landed on 53. Let's tick it off. Okay, now we're going to take away 2. Now to do that, we can use our fingers, can't we? So we're starting on 53, so put that on my forehead, because that's where I've landed here, isn't it? I'm going to take away 2, counting back. Go. 52, 51. So 63 take away 12 is 51. She had 51 stamps left. Tick off X. Okay, next question, children. Let's read it together, shall we? Miss Lyons has 30 children in her new class. A table has room for 5 children. How many tables will she need so that everyone can sit down? So, there are 30 children in my new class. That's the total number. Now I'm going to group my children into groups of 5, aren't I? Because that's how many children can sit at my lovely daisy table here. So I'm going to group them into 5s, and I'm going to find out how many tables I need to ask Mr. Jaworski for. So here's my first table. It's got 5 children around the edge. So I've got 5 children sat down at a table. There are still lots left on the carpet, so I'm going to need another table, aren't I? So I've got 5, 10 children sitting down now. Need to keep going. 5, 10, 15. Still some children left on the carpet. 20. Nearly there. 25. Oh, still a few more left on the carpet. And 30. So now all of my children are on a seat, on their bottoms, at a table. Fabulous. How many tables was that then? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 30 grouped into lots of 5 is 6. Let's check using our fingers. Ready? So counting up in 5s until we reach our total of 30 children. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 tables of children. Oh, oopsies. My total was not 35, was it? My total was 30. Let's try again. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Silly old me. 6 lots of 5 makes 30. Well done. Okay, question 3, children. A penguin eats 10 fish per day. A penguin eats 10 fish per day. How many fish will the penguin eat in a week? So, our penguin eats 10 fish in one day, but we want to know how many fish it's going to eat in a week. Now, how many days are there in a week? Yes, there are 7 days. So we want to know, we want to know what 7 lots of 10 are. It's got 10 fish in each day, and we want to know how many fish there are for 7 days. Okay, so remember children, it's going to take me ages to draw that out, but I know how to count in 10s, so I can use my fingers, can't I? Okay, here we go, counting in 10s 7 times. Go. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So 7 lots of 10 is 70. 70 fish a week. Tick or fix. And the last one, children, is a bit of a tricky challenge because it's a 2-step problem. I don't know if you spotted that. Let's read it together. Mario buys a rubber for 50p. So that's going to be important, isn't it, that piece of information. A rubber for 50p. A sharpener for 17p. And a pencil for 20p. How much money will he need? So we're going to need to add these values up, aren't we? So let's write ourselves a number sentence to show that. So the rubber costs 50p, 50p, we're adding on 17p for the sharpener, and then we're going to add on 20p for the pencil. Okay, so that's our number sentence. 50 add 17, add 20. Now it looks really tricky when you see it that way, doesn't it? But don't panic. Let's break it down a little bit. So which number will I start with? Which is the biggest number? Yes, it's 50, isn't it? So I'm going to start a new number sentence with the largest number. And then I'm going to add just one of my numbers on. Which one will I choose, 17 or 20? Yeah, I think I'm going to choose 20 because it's bigger than 17. Okay? So I'm going to tick these two off because I'm dealing with them now. Okay? So 50 add 20 equals something. Now there's a range of ways we could do this, but because we're adding on lots of 10, why don't we use our fingers? We could use a number line, why don't we use our fingers? Okay, so I'm putting 50 on my head because that's where I'm starting from, and I'm counting in tens. I'm adding 2 lots of 10 or 20. 50, 60, 70. I added 2 lots of 10 because there are 2 tens in 20, and I landed on the number 70. Okay, so 50 add 20 is 70. Am I finished? Let's look back up here. No, I've still got one more value to add, haven't I? I've got to add on 17p for the sharpener. So let's write a new number sentence down here. Now, am I going to start with 50 this time, like I did here? No, because I've now got the number 70. My number's got bigger because I added this 20 on for my pencil. So I'm starting on the number 70 now, and I'm going to be adding 17 from up here, from the sharpener. 70 add 17 equals something. Okay? Now, I know how to add 2-digit numbers. I need to use a number. Okay, so I've got my 70 add 17. I'm going to split up my second number. It's made of 10 and 7. I need to put my larger number at the start so that I can add on to it. I need to add my 10s first. And I've just got 1 to add, haven't I? Nice and easy. 70, 80. Well done. Super speedy. Take it off. Now I'm going to add my 7. Now you might already know that 80 and 7 makes 87. It's a nice round number with a 0 on the end, so you just add on the 7. If you're not sure, why don't we use our fingers? There's never harm in just checking, is there? Okay, so 80 going on my forehead. I'm going to count on 7. Here we go. 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87. Wonderful. We were right. So let's tick off this 17 here because we've used that one as well. So 50 add 17 add 20 equals 87. So Mario is going to need 87 pence. Well done if you remembered your unit of measurement there. Not 87 elephants, 87 pence. Super duper. Well done for quite a tricky challenge today, having to choose the operation, read the question carefully. I'm really proud of you. Have a lovely weekend, everyone.